All right, guys, so we have a pretty, I'd say, entertaining week coming up with Jordan Love starting versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Clearly, I would love to see Aaron Rodgers out there and prefer to have him out there just because he's Aaron Rodgers. But at the same time, this is going to be a fun game to watch just because we have no idea what to expect from Jordan Love. I mean, all we've really seen from him was his preseason, and I'd say he looked pretty solid at times, a little bit up, a little bit down. He only played in those 2 preseason games because he had an injury at one point. He went 12 for 18 versus Buffalo, 149 yards, 0 TDs, 1 pick. Then he went 12 for 17 versus the Texans, 122 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. So, going back to when Jordan Love was drafted in the first round back in 2020, of course, that caused lots of drama just around the entire NFL, the media, everything. Like, are they drafting Aaron Rodgers' replacement? And there were questions as to, how Aaron Rodgers would respond in the season. And he came in there, had an MVP season. So, of course, as offseason comes around, the Aaron Rodgers drama continues. We don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is going to play for Green Bay. So, there was a time where we were wondering, is it possible Jordan Love actually comes in here and starts for the Green Bay Packers? And clearly, we have seen Aaron Rodgers come back and be, pretty dominant, this Packers team being at 7-1. But now we have Jordan Love in his second season with the Green Bay Packers, and we get to witness his first start in the NFL. So, I think the thing with this game that makes it sort of exciting is because we just have no idea what to expect from Jordan Love. We've seen a little bit from him, but we haven't seen him ever start an NFL game, and so I think that's why there's so much uncertainty of just what's going to happen in this game, because maybe he comes in and just completely balls out, which I'm crossing my fingers for. I think it's possible, but at the same time, he's still a young guy, doesn't have much experience, so maybe he comes in, makes some mistakes, makes some bad throws, gets picked off, and this game goes over to the Chiefs. So I think there's lots of different possibilities for this, but just as a Packers fan, to be able to witness, the first game of Jordan Love, this could be the beginning of something special. I think, of course, Aaron Rodgers will be coming back after this next week, most likely, and so this isn't okay, Jordan Love comes in here and he replaces Aaron Rodgers. That's not going to happen, but if, in the future, Aaron Rodgers doesn't play for this Green Bay Packers team, whether next year, whether in the next few years, and the Packers continue to hold on to Jordan Love, which I just would expect for them to do, just because you spend draft capital on him, all this stuff happens, unless he just starts playing poorly and, Goody thinks that maybe he isn't as good as he thought he was. Jordan Love could be the future here for this Green Bay Packers team. So I'm just excited to come in here and just witness history. Witness Jordan Love come in here, make his first start. And it could be the start of something special. Maybe one day, 5 years, 10 years, hopefully we're sitting back thinking, do you remember when Jordan Love made his first start and people didn't know how good he was, and now he's an MVP caliber player? I hope that's what, we're talking about in 5 years, because that would be fun if the Packers could somehow come in once again, go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and then Jordan Love can play at that level in the next few years. I hope that's what happens. So it's definitely a fun, entertaining game. It's definitely history going down tonight. Hopefully it's not the opposite way around, where in a few years we're like, remember when we drafted that guy Jordan Love and now he's not playing in the NFL? Hopefully that's not going to happen. I believe that Jordan Love has potential. We will see what happens in this game versus the Kansas City Chiefs. So coming into this game versus the Chiefs clearly are the favorites in this one, just because the game is in Kansas City. And then you have Jordan Love coming in here and playing. I think the spread right now is minus 7.5 for the Kansas City Chiefs, which I think makes sense just because there's no certainty it's just very uncertain to how Jordan Love is going to play. So I think for this game, clearly the Packers, their offense is, built a lot around Aaron Rodgers, but we do have a solid running game with Aaron Jones as well as A.J. Dillon. So I think to be able to pair up, 2 amazing running backs with a very, very good offensive line, I think that Jordan Love has a potential to come in here and not have to do that much. He doesn't have to carry this entire team, because I think that if we can, rely on the run, Matt LaFleur, doing great play calling as he typically does, and just not force Jordan Love to have to, play hero ball out there. I don't think he has to. I think the big thing is, can he limit his mistakes? Because clearly having a guy like Aaron Rodgers, he's able to, not throw many interceptions, which clearly helps this Packers team. And the fact that the Packers have been getting more turnovers this season, Aaron Rodgers doesn't really throw interceptions. That's one reason I think this Packers team has been winning. So as long as Jordan Love can keep the ball to himself, he doesn't have to do that much, even though I think it's possible he does, because he does have a massive arm and he can sling it. So we will see. There was that one play in the preseason where he's dropping back and he just slings it up into the end zone. I think it was versus the Bills possibly. So hopefully he doesn't just throw balls just straight up into the air. We don't really want to see that. But another thing to point out about this game, in the preseason, he did not have, the top wide receivers. He did not have Devontae Adams, and the Packers were facing off against lots of, units where they were starting their starters. So Jordan Love didn't have the starting offensive line. It was lots of rookies, lots of backup guys. So now he has, a solid offensive line. He's likely going to have Davante Adams, Allen Lazard, maybe MVS. So I think that maybe Jordan Love comes in here and has a great game because we haven't seen him with Davante Adams. And to have a guy the caliber of Davante Adams on your offense clearly is going to help Jordan Love. So maybe he comes in here and with the presence of Davante Adams, he just balls out in this game. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I want to see. A couple things about this Kansas City defense. They are the 25th best scoring defense in the NFL. They're the 25th best passing defense in the NFL, allowing about 269.8 yards per game. And when you take a look at Football Outsiders pass defense DVOA, which measures like defensive efficiency, they are 30th versus the pass in the NFL. So I think this is a pretty nice matchup, honestly, for Jordan Love to come in here and make his first start against a, weak Kansas City defense. They did just come in and add Melvin Ingram from the Steelers, making a trade before the trade deadline. So maybe that bolsters this defense a little bit. So I think that, Jordan Love has a good chance here to potentially have a solid game as long as he can, not turn the ball over. He has had a couple times where he fumbled the ball. I think in that first game when Aaron Rodgers didn't stop playing just because we were getting absolutely destroyed by the New Orleans Saints, which that seems so far away now. He did have a fumble in that game. So all I'm thinking is just Jordan Love, please just don't turn the ball over. That's all we need. Just don't turn the ball over. Let's rely on this running game. And then, of course, when we take a look at the Kansas City offense, they've struggled a lot more this year. They've turned the ball over a lot. And I think I said this in a video a few days ago. There's just a part of me that thinks at some point this Kansas City team is going to figure it out. If they don't, I will be surprised. So we will see. Hopefully it's not this game. As a Packers fan, I hope that the Chiefs don't figure it out this game. But if they do and they can put up points fast, which they have been able to do in the past, partly due to their just the explosiveness of their offense, their ability to have 50, 70-yard touchdowns. They haven't had that as much this year, so I'm hoping the Packers can allow that not to happen, because if we can keep this Chiefs offense in check and just rely on the run game and give Jordan Love good opportunities, keep him in a good kind of rhythm, good kind of game, I think this Packers team does have a shot in this game. We saw last week the Cardinals were very highly favored with Davante Adams not being in that game, and Allen Lazard. So I think that, the Packers have been able to deal with adversity. They've been able to overcome injury after injury, and I don't see why the Packers can't do it this week. I think it does come down to the play of Jordan Love, as long as he can protect the ball, as long as this Packers offense can continue to run the ball against this Kansas City defense. I do think the Packers have a chance. I feel like the spread should be closer than 7.5 points, but it is in Kansas City, so that could be tough, with the noise there. We'll see. Obviously, it would be better if we were in Lambeau Field, but I have a good feeling about this first Jordan Love game. It's going to go down in history, whether it's looking back in a few 5-10 years with just sort of thinking, as I said earlier, oh, can you believe that back 5 years ago we didn't know Jordan Love was going to be an MVP? Or we'll look back and say, you remember that Jordan Love dude? Hopefully it's the former, or the latter, or the prior. The first thing I said. Hopefully Jordan Love is great in the future. So that's going to be it for this one. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, Luke_Beller, for more Packers content. But that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you guys want to see more Packers content. Drop a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it. And I also have a second channel for things not Packers. This channel is solely Packers. I have a second channel, Sideline Scoop NFL, where I'm starting to break down basically other NFL stories, things not on the Packers, because I do enjoy the entire NFL as a whole. So I wanted to have an outlet where when I do want to make videos like that, I can on this Sideline Scoop NFL channel. So that will be linked in the description down below if you guys do want to go check that out. But thank you guys for watching if you watched this long, and I'll see you guys in the next one.